What if the key to turning back time isn't found in some jar of cream, or surgery, or genetics, but in a forgotten code inside you, just waiting to be switched on? What if true aging isn't some unavoidable biological fate, but more like a program that can be rewritten by your own awareness? Just imagine for a second that everything you think you know about your body, its limits, its wear and tear, its expiration date, is really just a story passed down through generations until it became the truth you believed. But now something is shifting. Something deep, ancient, even forbidden is starting to come to light. This isn't just another health tip or a quick wellness hack. What you're about to discover is a lost roadmap that connects cutting-edge quantum science with the oldest spiritual wisdom. Knowledge that's been sealed away for centuries, whispered among initiates, and now found again by those willing to look deeper. Today, that map is opening up for you. In the sections ahead, we'll explore the hidden secret to rejuvenating your body by activating your quantum biology. You'll learn that you're not just a biological machine, but a network of frequencies, an energetic system capable of healing, growing, and renewing itself. You'll see how your thoughts, feelings, and words send direct instructions to your cells, how the vibration you give off, not the number of years you've lived, really shapes your physical condition. This journey will take us through silence, mindful breathing, electromagnetic fields, and powerful visualizations. We'll dive into ancient traditions that saw biology as only the surface, underneath which lies infinite consciousness that can reprogram everything, from meditation and healing sounds to vibrational nutrition and activating genes through thought. You'll come to understand that every part of your body is waiting for new instructions, and those instructions can start right now. This won't be a course filled with empty promises or magic tricks. It will be an awakening, because to rejuvenate doesn't just mean to look younger. It means to reignite the life force that once flowed freely through you. It means remembering your original design before fear, stress, and societal programming dimmed your light. So if you've ever felt like time is stealing your energy, that your body isn't working like it used to, that the reflection in the mirror looks tired, this message is for you. The secret hasn't been hidden because it's false, but because it's too powerful. And now the time has come for you to remember it. Are you ready to reawaken your quantum biology? In the shadowy halls of ancient Egypt, where incense filled the air and silence spoke in sacred codes, the priests already knew what we're just beginning to rediscover. The human body isn't just flesh, blood, and bone, but an electric temple, a vibratory field that, when properly activated, can defy time, heal from within, and be reborn at will. Ancient cultures didn't separate the physical from the spiritual, the material from the invisible. To them, the body was the dense extension of the soul, and its health or decline depended not on genetics alone, but on how well it aligned with the universe's sacred rhythm. This knowledge was expressed through symbols, rituals, chants, and gestures, with a purpose deeper than appearances, to keep the body's internal vibration in harmony with the source. In Indian Vedantic texts, they speak of prana, the life force that animates all matter. Tibetan lamas mastered controlling their bodies at will through tumo, an energetic practice that kept them warm in freezing conditions. In Mesoamerica, sages guarded detailed maps of the body's unseen energy points, portals connecting Earth to higher consciousness. What we might just call muscle was, to them, a channel of light rising upward. What connects all these cultures is a simple truth. The body responds to intention, not as a metaphor, but as a real biological process. Through specific techniques, these initiates knew how to activate energy that was dormant inside. They understood that every cell listens, that blood carries vibration, that DNA responds to certain frequencies. This knowledge disappeared, or was suppressed, when science started seeing the body as a machine that simply wears out. Spirituality was separated from the body. Medicine became external, pills to block symptoms, machines to replace functions, surgery to fix mistakes. But now those lines are starting to fade. Quantum physics, in its own way, supports what the ancient sages whispered all along. Particles behave differently when observed. Probabilities shift. Reality changes with attention. New neuroscience is beginning to confirm that the mind changes the body, that emotions affect cells, that intention reshapes structures. Quantum biology isn't a trend. It's the modern language explaining an ancient miracle. You can regenerate because what's damaged can be healed, what ages can be renewed, and what you thought was set in stone can be rewritten with the right key. Cultures brave enough to look within have known this forever. They didn't need labs, just presence, no devices, just ritual. They didn't see the body as something to control, but as a sacred partner waiting to be awakened. Today, by reconnecting with this forgotten wisdom, we see that what's called a miracle is really ancient spiritual technology hidden in symbols, myths, and stories. And now, finally, ready to be remembered. Your body has never forgotten you. It's just waiting for you to remember it. Imagine for a moment that your body isn't just a biological machine, but a conscious network of light capable of self-adjustment, of receiving codes, of activating higher functions. Imagine every cell not only doing its physical job, but also vibrating, listening, and responding to the electromagnetic field you create with your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. This isn't some esoteric fantasy. It's the real foundation of what we call quantum biology, the new frontier of human understanding where science and spirit, matter and energy, body and field all come together. At the core of this idea is a secret that's been kept quiet for centuries. You can actually rewrite your body from the inside out. The key is realizing that the human body isn't fixed, but a dynamic system built for constant renewal. Your skin cells, organ cells, blood cells, they're all regenerating all the time. But what no one tells you is that this renewal can be guided, sped up, and even transformed once you understand how consciousness, your internal electromagnetic field, and focused intention work together. Parts of your biology, the pineal gland, thymus, mitochondria, have abilities beyond what traditional science tends to accept. They act like quantum antennas, tuning into the energy you take in and send out. They're bioenergetic gateways, but none of this happens without your conscious involvement. Your body responds to the commands of your soul, but those commands only take effect when they're clear, intentional, and coherent. This is where your internal electromagnetic field comes in, a real, measurable field you're constantly generating, and it's the framework where your body's processes are mapped. That field isn't just your heartbeat or brain activity. It's built and strengthened through specific practices, deep, focused breathing aimed at key parts of your body, harmonic chanting that vibrates through your cavities, sustained visualizations with living intention, and elevated emotions like gratitude, trust, and certainty. When you put all these pieces together, you create what some sages called the atmosphere of the miracle, an internal environment where your cells start remembering their original design, not the one altered by stress, trauma, or outside programming, but the one encoded in the divine geometry of your DNA. DNA isn't a passive storage device. It's a vibratory instrument sensitive to frequencies. When exposed to certain vibrations, like the sound of a human voice filled with high intention, specific strands of DNA unwind and activate. That's where biological reprogramming begins. The results? Regeneration, mental clarity, less inflammation, a stronger immune system, and cellular rejuvenation. But none of this comes from outside you. It comes from your alignment with the power at your core. Activating your quantum biology isn't about flipping a magic switch. It's about building an honest, ongoing conversation between your soul and your body. It's telling your body, I'm ready to shine from within. Let's rewrite the story. And the amazing thing is, once you do, your body responds. Not out of blind obedience, but because it's been waiting for that signal to become what it was made to be, a radiant instrument serving your spirit. In ancient wisdom schools, they taught that the human body is like a living temple, not just a home for the soul, but a temple that responds to the soul. That distinction matters. Modern medicine sees the body as a biological machine bound to wear out. But the oldest tradition saw the body more like a smart crystal. It absorbs, emits, reacts, and programs. Quantum biology takes this further. We're not made of flesh blocks. We're made of vibratory fields that take shape. Matter, at its core, is organized energy. And when you change that organization, you change your body. That's what happens when we unlock the healing, rejuvenating power inside us. So, what's the spark? What really tips quantum biology in your favor? Language, not spoken language, but the language of frequencies. Your body, like a vast orchestra, listens to vibrations coming from inside and outside you. Here's the key. Every thought is a vibration, every emotion an electromagnetic wave, and every word spoken with intention is a bioenergetic command. When you speak from fear, your field tightens. When you feel deep gratitude, it expands. When you breathe from your center with full awareness, your field steadies and starts resonating with harmony. These are perfect conditions for regeneration. Also, there are spots on your body that act like bio-quantum switches. The solar plexus, thymus, base of the spine, and pineal gland. These are high-sensitivity energy centers. When you work with them consciously through movement, sound, visualization, or breath, you trigger responses that go beyond the physical. Coherent energy pulses spark cellular repair, tissue renewal, and immune boosts. A great example is the observer effect in quantum physics. Subatomic particles change their behavior when observed. Now imagine applying that to your body. If you focus healing intention on a sick area, you cause a real shift in its energy. That part starts to reorganize because you're coming from vibrational awareness, not judgment or fear. And you don't have to understand all the quantum math for this to work. What matters is presence. Energy follows attention. Wherever you place your awareness, you bring light, and where you bring light, your biology responds. Here's another deep principle: coherence. When your mind thinks one thing, your heart feels something else, and your body acts differently. There's no real creative power. But when your thoughts, feelings, and actions line up with one clear goal, like healing or rejuvenation, they create powerful resonance. That resonance builds coherence, and coherence is the fertile ground where quantum activation takes off. So every body practice needs clear intention behind it. Moving mechanically isn't enough. There needs to be an internal message. I'm activating the light that renews me. My body remembers its original design. Energy flows freely and transforms me. These aren't just positive thoughts. They're vibrational commands reshaping your field, because the field is the source and the body is its expression. Are you ready for your body's matter to respond to the symphony of your soul? Understanding that your body is an energy field, sensitive to every thought, emotion, and intention you put out is not just a spiritual insight, it's a practical responsibility. Activating your quantum biology, that subtle potential that restructures cells, heals tissues, and lights up your soul, doesn't happen as some sudden mystical flash. It's an art you cultivate every day. Here's how you can start. 1. Take charge of your inner story. Every day, every hour, your mind runs automatic thoughts, mostly leftover fears, judgments, and memories vibrating at low energy. To activate your quantum biology, you have to change that inner tone. Just repeating empty affirmations won't cut it. Your body knows better than that. You need to feel those words, live them, breathe them. When you wake up, before opening your eyes fully, put one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Take a deep breath and sincerely say, "Today I choose to align my energy with my original design. I am living light. My body is a temple that responds to my consciousness." Doing this simple practice regularly tunes your magnetic field for the day, like tuning an instrument before a symphony. 2. Move with awareness. How you walk, sit, breathe, or eat can either help or hurt you. Rushed, sloppy, or distracted movements break up your energy field. But moving with presence calms your nervous system, lowers your brain waves to more coherent patterns, and triggers your body's quantum healing powers. Try spiral breathing. Inhale, imagining energy spiraling up from your spine base to the crown of your head. Exhale, feeling that same light flow down, bathing every organ and cell. Do this for 3 minutes each morning and night. It balances your body and soul and awakens hidden memories in your DNA. 3. Watch what you take in, not just food. Pay attention to what you absorb through your eyes, ears, and emotions. Violent images, negative words, harsh music, all these pull your vibration down. Choose books, sounds, colors, and conversations that lift your energy. Beauty is quantum medicine. 4. Reconnect with silence. We live overstimulated, lost in information overload that drains the soul. But in deep silence, your energy reorganizes. Spend at least 10 minutes a day with your eyes closed, cutting out all distractions, and just listen inwardly. Don't do anything else, just listen. A quiet transformation happens. Your field cleanses, your organs rest, and your body returns to its natural healing intelligence. 5. Connect with a higher purpose. Your body won't truly rejuvenate through random techniques if you don't have a clear reason why. Purpose is the soul of energy. Ask yourself, why do I want to heal? Why do I want to stay young and vital? What greater gift do I want to offer the world with this renewed energy? When your intention lines up with a higher purpose, creating, loving, serving, awakening, your body responds with gratitude. That gratitude becomes living medicine flowing through your veins, bones, and aura. You don't have to be a scientist to activate quantum biology. You just need to remember who you really are. A channel between heaven and earth. A light antenna transforming reality from within. Behind every cell, every vibration, every electric impulse, there's a living field of information. You may have forgotten, but you're still its keeper. Quantum biology isn't some futuristic promise or spiritual fantasy. It's an ancient truth, whispered from Egyptian temples to Himalayan caves, now waking up in the hearts of those who want more than just to exist, who want to truly live. What you've found on this journey is more than a technique. You've glimpsed both a fresh and ancient way to inhabit your body. No longer just a vessel doomed to age, but a temple that responds to your consciousness. A regenerative field awakened when treated as a sacred partner, not a machine. Your body is the soil where your divinity grows. You don't need to search for eternity elsewhere. You carry it right here, woven into your nervous system, in the silent music of your organs, in the magnetic field around you when you live in harmony. Every elevated thought you hold, every emotion you transform, every breath you take with intention rewires your vibrational blueprint. But this powerful knowledge requires more than just understanding. It calls for loving practice and daily attention. Just like a fire needs fuel to burn, your energy field needs nourishment, not from fear, but from devotion. From that sacred place where you know your well-being isn't just yours. By raising yourself, you raise the whole. Rejuvenation isn't just about looking young again. It's about reclaiming lost harmony, returning to the original design life gave you before the noise of the world scrambled your circuits. And that return is possible. Because deep inside your biology, the melody of your truth still sings. It just needs to be turned on. This is more than an invitation to care for your body. It's a call to inhabit it like a priest in a temple, to listen to it like a sage to an oracle, to celebrate it like an artist with a masterpiece, because that's exactly what you are. An electromagnetic masterpiece, a living symphony of light. Now that you know this, the question isn't whether you can rejuvenate, but whether you're ready to become the conscious guardian of your quantum field. If this message has touched you, if it's awakened something inside, I invite you to spread this light. Share this video with those who need to remember their power, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep exploring the mysteries that transform, because this is just the beginning. And remember, you're not made of matter alone. You're made of intention, light, and living consciousness. The greatest miracle isn't just that you can heal, it's that you can remember.